Guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kim. And Miss Rosie was bothering me just now too. And Rosie. And this is an update for the Throwback 30 Project Pan. This is a Fantastic Ladies collab created by Jessica. And for this project, you know, we all want to do them all. We all want to do all of the projects, but we can't always. So Jessica came up with a list of 30 different projects that have been done in the Fantastic Ladies collab group and put them into this project, and you're to pick a prompt from each of the projects and then pick a product to go along with that prompt. Yes. And then pick some goals. So I'm going to get into my update. Let me put this little girl down. Say goodbye. That gave me a chance to put on a lippy too, because I totally forgot to do that before I started my intro. So let me get myself situated here. I know I should have done that before I started filming, but I didn't. So, okay. So the first the first product was for the project 12 Days of Christmas. And for that I chose 8 Maids of Milking. That was the prompt I chose. And the product I chose was my Milk bronzer stick in the shade Baked. My goal is to use it 30 times, and so far I've used it 20. So it is a favorite. I don't have it on my face right now because I'm using another product that's in this project, but here it is swatched out, and I really like how it just, it really can sheer out. You can build it up. It's a really nice product. So yeah, that I have 10 more uses on that. And considering we have until July for this project, I'm excited because I think I'm going to hit goal. The next project was 50 Shades of Panning. And for that, my prompt was a sex theme product. 50 Shades of Gray was the sex theme thing I chose. And I chose the color gray. And I chose this eyeshadow, which is depotted from a unique shadow. And here's a swatch of it. I just swatched it right there. And pardon me, guys, I feel like I'm all out of it today. So my goal is to hit pan. I have not, but I've been using it, so I can't get mad at myself for that. The next project was 50 Shades of Pink, and for that we were to choose a pink product. So I chose this unique depotted blush. I call it dark pink because I have a lighter pink one, and I forgot the color of this. My goal is to use it 30 times. I've only used it 3. It did go down in weight a bit. Here is a swatch of it. It's a really pretty, like, iridescent-y pink. I really like it though. It's super pretty. But I have so much that I'm panning that I think I overextended myself with this 30 usage goal, and so we'll see how it goes. The next project was for 7 Deadly Pans. And this one made me really sad, you'll see, because I was panning this L'Oreal Wrinkle Expert Eye Cream. And you can see that the container is all dug out. But that's because I put it into this little Urban Decay single eyeshadow pan thing, and look at what happened. It started turning freaking colors. Isn't that gross? So I'm like, I cannot put that on my eyes. I think it started like rusting the pan. So this is like out, but I am going to count it as an empty when I do my empties, because that's all that was left was this little bit. And I don't know, tell me if you agree, but I figure I used that whole jar except for this tiny little bit. I'm counting it as a stinking empty. So that's out of this project. The next project was around the world, and we were to pick a flag. So I chose the USA flag, and I chose this unique depotted, or no, it's a unique single shadow in the shade Cynical. And here is a swatch of it. It's a really pretty, like, gray blue. I do have it on my eyes today. I used it in the crease as a crease shade. It's really pretty. You know, I'm starting to like blues more. I can't even believe I said that out loud. Who am I? I don't even know. So it did go down a little bit in weight. My goal is to hit pan. I'm not going to do that. For Beauty A to Z, we were to choose a letter. And so the letter I chose was A, and I chose this single shadow from Unique in the shade Astute. And here is a swatch of it. It's just a really pretty like transition brown shade for me. I use this right above the crease today to blend out those blue shadows that I have on, and there's a swatch of it. Probably could be used for a bronzer for me. So yeah, so the next project was Birthstone Beauty, and for that I chose the Birthstone Emerald, and I chose this Unique liner in the shade Prosperous. I have a goal to use it 30 times, but I'm decluttering this. You guys, I have to press so hard to get payout on my eyes. Like, it's just not worth it to me. I've had this for at least 5 years, and I feel like at this point I can declutter it and not feel guilty about it. I'm not going to count it as an empty or any money toward, you know, my end of the year empty total, but it's got to go. I have other greens that are sitting in my closet waiting to go. And when I was talking to Deb about this, because I was like, Deb, I don't know, I feel bad. She goes, Kim, listen, we're sitting on a beach. So already she's got me listening to her. And we're at the end of a margarita, and all that's left is like the melted stuff at the end. So we order another margarita, and the waiter comes over and brings it. Are you gonna finish the old margarita or drink the new one? And I said, well, probably I'd drink the new one, and then once we got wasted, go back and drink the leftovers. And she started laughing. But I was like, okay, she put it into perspective for me that like, why am I gonna use this gross, you know, used up product when I have a brand new one waiting that is going to be nicer. I'm going to enjoy it more. So I'm decluttering it. I hope you like the story. She's hysterical. You better go check out her channel, Deb B. She's hysterical. Then for the project Budget Beauty, you're to choose a budget friendly or drugstore product. So I chose this L'Oreal Pure Clay Mask. My goal is to finish it, and I will. I have more windowing in there this time. The thing is that I feel like this just is not a mask that I need to be using. Maybe in my T-zone once in a while, but even in the summer, I just don't need something that's going to be that cleansing and pull stuff out. I don't know. I don't need that. So once I'm done with it, I probably will not be purchasing any more clay masks. Maybe I would, but I'm thinking no. For the project Drop 10 Before Summer, we were to choose a summer-themed product, so I chose this Betty Luminizer. And this is working for me more as a bronzer. I'm using it as a bronzer, and I had a goal to use it 30 times, and I've only used it 4. So I don't think it's going to be done by the end of the project, but I do like it, so I'm going to continue to use it. For the project Fall For You, we were to choose a product that we love, and I love this Too Faced Born This Way, a naturally radiant concealer in the shade Very Fair. I use this under my eyes, and I was telling Deb today that the more I use it under my eyes, the more I realize that I am not a huge fan of my other concealers as much as I am a fan of this. I love this stuff. My goal is to use it 30 times. I've used it 25, and it's the first concealer that I can see windowing in. Like I made a line, I can't make another line, but I'm definitely seeing windows when I swirl my wand around, and that's super exciting for me. So I will continue to use that, and I love it, love it, love it. The next project, Food for Thought, is we had to choose a product that had food names, smelled like food, or that's in food packaging. So I chose this Sweet Peach palette from Too Faced. My goal is to use it 30 times. I've used it 7. So I don't know that I'm going to hit that goal, but it's looking used, so I'm not mad about that. Let me swatch it out for you. Here's the highlighter. I'll do the highlighter, the blush, and then the bronzer shade. Yeah, see that bronzer shade, I have to build that up a little bit more, and that's okay. So, and I feel like the blush is a little too peachy for me, but I don't mind it because I can layer it. So here is the highlighter. There is the blush and there is the bronzer. Really pretty. They smell like peach, super yummy. So I'll continue to use it. It's not going to go away because I do like it. The next project was for Harry Potter, and one of the prompts was bludger, and that was for a black product. And for that, I chose this Mary Kay shadow in Brilliant Black, and it did go down in weight. It's a really pretty black, and it actually isn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. It's very sparkly though, and it does have a lot of fallout, maybe because it's older, but it looks almost like a gray and not a black. So I'm okay with that because blacks freak me out. So I don't mind using this one. If I'm going to reach for a black, I usually reach for that. The project in the panning zone, the prompt was a product that is all alone in your collection, and for that I chose this Tarte Fake Awake. It's a liner that I use in my waterline, and it's just a nude colored liner, and it really does make my eyes look awake, and I would repurchase this once it's gone. I've tried other nude ones, and that one takes the cake. For the project Mean Girls quotes, the prompt was something you bought because of someone else, and that is this Misha BB cream in the shade 21. Jessica Braun made me buy it, and I love this. Guys, this is becoming one of my favorite foundation products to use. It was interesting because it kind of comes out like gray toned, but it's so pretty. And my goal was to use it 30 times. I've used it 5. I don't know that I'll hit my goal of 30, but I really like this, and if I finished it, I would repurchase it. I like it a lot. Then I have for Movie Madness, we were to link a product to any movie. So I chose The Shawshank Redemption, and I chose gray for handcuffs. And this is another depotted shadow from Unique. Can you guys see a theme here? I was like, I want all the grays. I had a lot of grays. So here is that. It's that bottom one. It's a really pretty gray. It didn't really make any movement. It didn't make any movement at all in weight, but that's okay. I'm using it. My goal is to hit pan, and I'm probably not gonna, but oh well. Then let's see. For the Nightmare Before Christmas project pan, we were to choose a Christmas or Halloween themed item, and that was black packaging. So I chose the Revlon Rum Raisin lipstick. My goal is to use half. I've gone from that top line to that little line. I have not been able to make a new line. So here's a swatch of it. It's super pretty, but I'm wearing it today, but I don't wear it enough. I gotta roll up my sleeves some more. I'm running out of room for swatches. I might have to use my other hand, which would be so weird. For the project Once Upon a Pan, for the prompt Rumpelstiltskin or Mr. Gold, the dark one, something dark brown or gold, I chose this Unique Depotted Shadow, and it's just a brown. I think I used it today. It did not go down in weight. I'm not surprised again. And there it is, swatched out. It's pretty. It's a nice transition shade, but again, I'm panning so much, I just don't use it. For the project Panning Games, we were just to throw a bunch of products in a box and pick one out. So I took all my bullet lipsticks and I dropped them in, and my goal, and then I pulled out this one. So this was my ColourPop Still Crazy, and I started off at that top line and I'm down to there right now. So I only have a little ways to go to hit. My goal is to use half, and I've been using it quite often. I really like it. Here is a swatch of it right there. Excuse me. She's licking her butt. It's so gross. So that is the shade right there. I really like it. I've been wearing it a lot. I've been pairing it a lot with my Pillow Talk liner from Charlotte Tilbury, and I really like it like that. For the project Panning Solitaire, for that project, we had to do a panning thing where it was like, you panned a single eyeshadow and then a duo and then a trio, etc. So I chose this single shadow from Unique. That I pressed a pigment into this pan, and this is in the shade Enamored, and it's a really pretty like olivey brown, and I do like it, but again, I'm panning so many eyeshadows, it's crazy. So that is that. For the project Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, we had to choose a Christmas song, and the song I chose was Blue Christmas. And the shade, the shadow I put in for that was this ColourPop Mood shade. And this is from the wet palette. I depotted it. And here is what it looks like on my finger. You guys, it's so beautiful. But again, I don't wear blues that often, so it's not getting used very often. And this is going to be a pain in the dooba. Can I say dooba? My niece thinks it's hysterical when I say dooba. Okay, next is say good day to Project Panning. The prompt I chose was a product that you could use every day and never get sick of, and that is this Laneige Vanilla Sleeping Mask. And unfortunately, I haven't been using it every day, but it did go down in weight. It went from 59.94 to 59.82. So that's a pretty good jump. I just have to use it more, just like everything else in my life as far as makeup goes. For the project The Four Seasons, I chose a summer themed item. For that, I chose the CeraVe Mineral Sunscreen. My goal is to use it 20 times. I've used it 5, and it did go down from 66.27 to 63.51. So did make a little bit of a jump. I don't know that again that I'll hit the 20 times goal by the end of the project, but one can try. And then the next one was for Turn and Burn, and for that, you choose samples. I chose all the paper perfume samples that I have in my collection. And I started off with 26. Last month I was at 16 and now I'm down to 11. So I've been actually using them. I put them on my radar. I've been trying to use them. So yay. Then for the Unicorn Project Pan, that was, the prompt I chose was one of a kind or magical, like an iridescent, duo, multi-chrome, glittery, or just cool, whatever. So for that I chose this JD Glow shadow in Fairy Acid. Okay, that's what it looks like in the pan. It's what it looks like swatched. You guys, it is so gorgeous. It's like a greeny, silvery, shall I say bronzy, I don't even know. It's so gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. I used it 5 times since the start of this project. My goal is to use it 20. So we'll see. And then the last shadow I have in is for Winnie the Pan, and the character that I chose was Owl. Because owls can have gray in them, I chose this gray shadow, again, depotted from Unique. I had a couple of these left and I wanted to put them in a project. My goal is to hit pan, and I haven't done that yet, and I probably won't, but there you go. The bottom swatch there. Super pretty. And I did not make any weight jump in that either. And then the last but not least, for Wizard of Panning, the prompt I chose was for Munchkins, something that you use to protect your skin. And for that, I chose this First Aid Beauty Anti-Redness Serum. My goal is to finish it, and it did go from 43.48 to 38.79 grams. I keep thinking that every month this is going to be empty, 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 but it just isn't. And I don't know when it will be. I'm hoping next month, but I've been saying that now for a while and it's still here. So yeah. So anyway, that is my update. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you liked me, please consider subscribing. I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.